Hello and welcome back to part 5 of the Greek cities campaign in Rome Remastered, and now we have just been attacked by the Julii. So, let's begin. In the previous 4 parts, what we have done is we have invaded parts of Italy, we have defended against Carthage, Macedon, and Pontus, and we are now expanding into their territories because we have a very strong army that's able to push them back. And right now the Julii are just in the process of trying to reclaim Rome after we recently captured it. Luckily, I don't think they will succeed, considering how powerful of an army we have. So since we are outnumbered and there are 2 armies going up against us, what I'm going to do is just go into this box formation. This is highly effective because it allows us to keep ourselves close together while preventing flanking by the enemy units. So what we're going to do is have all the remaining units stand in the center, and then we'll move them wherever they're necessary. So as you can see, the enemy will try to surround us by attacking from 2 sides, but I think we can handle it. I'm going to speed up the time, see what they're going to try and do. Alright, well then we'll just react that way. So what I'm going to try and do is, because the enemy has a very strong cavalry force which could easily just charge in and hurt us, I'm going to try and prepare troops to be centralized in an area that's most vulnerable. This will make, while flanking is already impossible, it's just going to allow more troops to focus in on killing their cavalry quickly. Alright, let's just go into 3 times speed and see what we can get up to. Now we are just going to have to sit here and take the fire from the enemy Hastati units because we don't have any range units or cavalry units, simply because of my recruitment choices and what units the Greeks have available. And the battle has begun. The front lines are engaged. Luckily we have these very long spears which are able to push back the enemy forces and stop them from breaking through. And as long as their cavalry doesn't break through, we should be able to hold very, very easily. As you can see, we are taking minimal casualties, and the enemy is unable to get past us while they themselves are losing a lot of men very quickly. And there's the cavalry charge, so we're going to have to send in our other infantry units to go in and assist. And as you can see, the enemy is already beginning to rout. This is very, very good. As you can see, more and more enemy units are beginning to rout and falter. But we just have to stay in formation, because I know how the enemy likes to play. They like to pretend like they're getting out of formation and then strike you when you least expect it. And just as you saw, that cavalry charge was luckily quickly destroyed. Oh, but here's another one. And another one. Let's try and quickly kill the enemy general there before they're doing any more damage to us. Hopefully we can do this. There we go. Beautiful. That's 1 down. Only 1 more to go. Oh, he's running. That's fine. I'll take that. Considering how we've been dealing with them recently, I'll take anything. Anything is progress. Now we're going to slightly fall back, reform our lines, so we can just try and hold better. I would like to pursue them, but just considering that they still have cavalry available to them, which means that if we were to get out of formation, they could surround us and flank us. So we're just going to have to stay in this formation and try and anticipate any attacks so that we can react properly. So now I'm just reforming the big square formation and then pursuing units wherever I see fit. And I think soon we can start pushing the enemy back and actually advancing towards them, because they don't have that much left. You know what, this wouldn't be a bad time to do that. Let's do that. Let's advance right at them. I think all their cavalry has routed, and the Hastati is relatively easy to deal with. Perfect, perfect. They're beginning to rout more and more. Now I just have to pay attention so that those units that are pursuing the enemy, I don't forget about them and they end up fighting someone. As you can see, they're being charged right now. So I'm just going to rearrange their position, and we're going to have them turn to face the enemy, which seem to be routing just at looking at them. But the fight is still not over. As you can see, the enemy still has a few units left to try and fight us. But that's not going to stop us now, is it? And more of them are beginning to rout. This is great news. So we're just going to pursue them in small groups of soldiers. This is going to make flanking a lot harder. And they're withdrawing, so now I'm going to try and pursue them, but I have to be careful because at any second they can always come back into the fight. But this is pretty much the battle won, as I don't think they're going to come back and try and fight us now. And if they do, then it's probably going to be highly ineffective for them, just considering how many more soldiers we have. There we go. So I'm thinking about investing into some cavalry units very soon, just based off of how we're unable to right now pursue this army. And it's just us depending on a lot slower infantry units to chase them down. But I'm still going to take out as many units as we can, so I'm going to take those extra few seconds just to catch them. There we go. And we have victory. And as you can see, we killed almost 1,500 soldiers, defeating 2 armies and killing 1 general, while losing under 200 soldiers ourselves. That is the power of the Greek infantry units. And that is why I don't bother recruiting other types, other than these elite hoplite units. So now that we've pushed back the enemy, we can work on other things. I'm guessing the Julii are a lot stronger than just that, so they might probably have a few more armies standing around waiting for us to mess up. So we're going to leave that alone for now, and we're going to attack Carthage. Let's just auto-resolve this. It's a clear victory. I'm going to exterminate the population. And we can immediately retrain our elite units, which is great news. That means we can continue our big conquests right away. And now we have a foothold into the Carthaginian African landscape. Now here is... I want to take this settlement, but considering that there's a very big army here, and it's mostly made up of, well, half of it is made up of just cavalry, and the rest is very weak infantry, our army will have no problem dealing with them. So what I'm going to do is actually send our infantry down there to go and fight them. So although that settlement would help us, not as much as stopping this army from moving at all. And then we also have to consider about what's going to happen here. Luckily they only have 3 units besieging it, and really it's nothing that strong. But we're still going to move out against it, just to push them back from the siege. I'm just going to auto-resolve it. That's fine. A small defeat like that doesn't matter. I didn't want to fight it because there was no real point, considering that We have a very bigger army coming closer, and we just weaken them right now. Now let's go and fight this Pontus army that's besieging us. Man, everybody's besieging us, but nobody has a strong enough army to actually do anything to us. We've held off the Carthaginians, we've held off the Macedonians, we've held off the Romans, we've held off Pontus. Who is going to stop us? Because although we suffer a few defeats, like with the Romans, they had their superior cavalry was able to absolutely crush our infantry through flanking. That greatly hindered our advancement in Italy. But as you can see in the previous battle with the Julii, we were just able to stand there and take it. And that's just the great power of these units that we have. Alright, so now I'm going to wait for our troops to get in formation. Which they seem to be struggling to get out of the gate, but they'll do alright. I believe in them. This is a very weak army we're going against. It should be a quick battle. Even though we have very weak units in our army, it's not going to make a difference. Now with the Romans, I'd be careful so they don't charge us, but here, these guys, they literally can't do anything to us. Look, they're just going to charge us, and they're very soon going to rout. Their cavalry is going to charge us and be completely destroyed. That's how useless their unit roster is. And as you can see, we just completely destroyed their units there. They charge us and they're already routing parts of their forces. Oh, they're withdrawing. That's fine. Didn't get to kill as many of them, but there's always next time, because they will, of course, continue sending armies, and as we saw in part 4, they do have multiple armies on their way, heading in this direction. So I'm just going to have our general unit to chase them down and teach them a lesson. And I'm worried about engaging these peltasts because I believe they do have spears. Which if they do, then that could kill our cavalry relatively quickly. So although they are a very weak unit, they still have potential to do damage. Going to speed it up even further. Just chasing them all down. Might as well go after the peltasts now. We're not really going to reach them, are we? I doubt it. That's fine, and that is victory for us once again. So we killed 10 times more men than they did. And most of their kills just came from that big chariot charge, which it did move us out of formation, but it didn't break our formation completely. Alright, so we've recovered in the east. In Greece we are gaining control, and in Italy we are now pushing the enemy back. And as you can see, they of course have a settlement with a big army right there. So what I'm going to do is just pursue this army. That did not go well. 300 casualties is not acceptable. Well, I guess the AI can't handle the Hastati as well as I can. Oh well. We're going to continue recruiting these elite units all throughout parts of Italy, which may seem like an economic burden, which it is, but the good thing is that we are immediately able to send them north, basically retrained troops, to replace these tired out ones and continue the advance. Plus, they are great at defending settlements. still going to recruit units so that we can continue advancing. I don't know how you got there, but we somehow got you, so we're going to use you. We know there's a settlement there. From previous experiences, I know there's settlements along the coast, so that's where we're going to go. My only concern is not knowing what troops the enemy has there. Alright, that's pretty much all for this turn. Carthage wants peace. We're going to reject it. I'm just rejecting peace because they're the ones that started the war. So let's finally break this siege here. There we go. Now let's finish him off. Can I trust the AI? Not really. Alright, now let's retrain these guys. They're not anything special in terms of what unit they are, so I'm not too concerned about sending them into battle and just having the AI deal with it. Let's work on improving the buildings, of course. Ooh, I don't want to see that there. Not a fun sight. Alright, we're going to send a small military detachment to head west. Even though I know most of their settlements are south. Isn't there one here? I think there might be one somewhere over here. But there is an army over there, so we got to be careful of that. There's also a settlement on that island. Alright. Let's take the settlement from the Julii. That'll be a good... And I don't trust the AI anymore to deal with Hastati. They just lost 300 soldiers to take down very few Julii, so... I'm gonna deal with this myself. But we are slowly moving forward through Italy, so progress is being made either way. I hate seeing such badly damaged units because of poor decision making. But that is where we currently are. Alright. Speed up the time, wait for them to get through. Move away from the tower there. Don't want to get you guys hit. That's what I don't want. That's what I don't want. There we go. There we go. No, don't shoot us. Alright, we're going to spread out our formation and then get ready to advance. Oh, this is where I put the stronger units. That's fine. They should still be able to handle this, right? Come on, your hoplites. You can take down a few Romans. You just massacred 2 full armies of them. Alright, spears up, get closer. They're gonna need flanking assistance. One more hit. Yeah. Come on, run in. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Actually, yeah, we don't need to block it. Go, 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 go. Come on, run. Run, boys, run. Oh, they've already broken. Okay. That's fine. We still got through. Yeah, we'll be fine going like this. Just gotta be careful of that cavalry. Oh, is it going down to it? No, it's not. Okay. This could be a devastating thing if they charge us. it would be terrible. So we're gonna have to take this slow and careful. There's a lot more units here than I thought. Okay. Alright, speed up the time. Hopefully we don't get hit while waiting or getting into formation. Let's move up. What cavalry is this? Okay. I know my troops should be able to handle it, but in previous parts I have been just marching in blindly, and a single or two cavalry units have been enough to destroy multiple units of my very strong infantry. So I'm trying to be very cautious of what's done next. I'm going to try and move as slow as possible to try and gain their attention while we're at our best point. That might do it. Oh, come on. Charge us. Charge us when we're standing still. When our spears are down and we're ready for the fight. They're gonna charge us now. I know it. As soon as we get close to the square. As soon as we get too close. Oh, come on. Formation. No, 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 no. You guys advance there. Now, run. We need to be there now. We should have been here already. Yeah? Alright. All of you go in. All of you run here as well. Don't let these horses kill you. Please don't let these horses kill you. Oh, they're killing us. Yeah? At what cost was that achieved, though? Come on, boys. Break through him. I believe in you. Come on. Almost there. Almost there. Now all of you unite. Surround them. Take them down. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, only 56 casualties. Still, it was casualties to our best units, but I'm calling this a win because it's a lot better than previous experience. Ooh, they're moving around, eh? Too bad we can't retrain our best units here. I'm gonna have to try and move them out. Just so that we're not vulnerable to attack. Yeah, alright. Alright, this is not looking too bad. My only concern is this Macedonian army here, but otherwise we're not doing too bad. Yeah. I think we can end part 5 right here, although we didn't do that much. We have broken through the Julii blockade. We have left them with possibly only one settlement. Based on the coloration of the borders, the Brudii only have one settlement somewhere along the coast here. The Macedonians have one of their two big visible armies currently besieged, and we could probably very easily destroy it. We have invaded parts of Africa and are pursuing the Carthaginians. And we are fighting back against Pontus and preparing a force to continue marching further into their land. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you watching again next time. Thank you.